Hey guys, welcome to the new cave. Today, what we're going to be doing, I'm going to be building myself a paint booth because I need one. I got models to build, I got minis that I've been painting, things like that. And being in here, kind of got to get the fumes out. So, I'm going to move the camera. I'm going to show you what I've got done already. And I'm going to take you on this journey for building a custom spray booth. So give me a minute, I'll turn the camera. Howdy guys, welcome to the cave. I'm Mark, and you're watching Blue Street Customs. Alright, some of the things we've got here is I got one of these air filter things from the big box stores, whatever you want to call them. Gonna use that for the filter. I got this pipe insulation, which is just for wrapping your copper pipe. Just cut it up, put it in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to melt in and glue in some magnets. And then from here, I'm going to glue on some magnets onto this, cut this out. This will be my front wall for the spray booth. Okay. Now this here is 24 high, 30 wide, right? I got a bunch more stuff down here all cut up, ready to rock and roll. I got the bottom piece, and I've got the other side piece. Now in this side piece here, I got to cut a hole out for, obviously, the extraction fans. Now the extraction fans, all they are is computer fans, right? Now I just hot glued them together, wired them together, found my all my positives and negatives, hot glued everything together, and that'll go right there. Okay, so I get hot glued in. I've got a couple little screws over here to help out. Now this here, it's up this high. It's going to sit like that. That's going to be here because I have to accommodate for the height of this and the window, because when I'm going to use it, I'm just going to open the window. It'll all go out. Right, so everything will get hot glued together. If I find the need that I need more direct air or whichever, I will silicone the joints, but I think hot glue is going to be good enough. So what we're going to start out with is cutting out everything that needs to be cut. So here, I'll just point you down a little bit more again. So yeah, we're going to start by cutting out these circles. I want to leave all the rest of it for gluing surface. Right? Now when you do this, make sure that you know which way your fans blow. One side is going to be the in, one's going to be the out, right? So I already know that. Usually most fans, the side with the bars on it, because you can see there's no bars on this side. There are on this side. The side with the bars is usually your out. Okay? Usually. Double check. Now to power all of this, I've got myself one of these AC to DC power supplies. They are adjustable. This is 110 for the country I'm in, but they do make them for the 220 and everything else for the different countries. This one is a 12 volt, 60 watt, 5 amp, which is more than enough to run this. And I'm going to put LED strips in here as well to light it up as I'm spraying, right? So I'll get that. I've got some wire and a rocker switch. I'm going to plug in my hot glue gun, let that warm up while I'm cutting this stuff out. Now to cut this stuff out, I don't want to cut into this bottom one, so I've got a sacrifice piece here. Throw that underneath like so. Now this doesn't have to be perfect, but try to get it as close as you can. There we go. So that will sit like that. Looks good enough for me. Now this stuff is just that, it's a corrugated plastic, kind of like cardboard, right? I've shown you this stuff before. You can order this stuff from Amazon. You can go to some of the big box stores, you know, like your hardware stores, things like that, and they use them for signs, right? And then once the sale or something is over, most of the time they just throw them out back, and they're just sitting around collecting dust. So you might get lucky and be able to find a store that's got this stuff that'll just give it to you, or even really, really cheap. So we got this one piece. That's good. Now, put this over here for now. Now cut this stuff out. Get this one all done. Just like so. Okay. So, counters look pretty good, don't they? Not done with them yet. I still want to paint them up with something fancy. And then I want to cover them with an epoxy clear coat. So, look forward for those videos. And if you want to see those videos, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget that bell. You want to get notified, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to glue this down. Get this one done and out of the way. Now, I've never built any of these before, but I'm going to try and seal it up as good as I can. So in my thinking, I'm going to run a bead of hot glue all the way around. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside, let this cool down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put two, one on each. And that should hold it down tight enough that I won't have to worry about it. Now, to do that, there's probably a few different ways you can do it, but this is the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to take these round magnets. I got these from Amazon, so you can find any type of magnets you want to use. I'm going to grab some more. They came as a pack like this, so I think there was 30 of them. The bottom. So try to leave your magnets together, right? So you know which way the polarity is going. Now, I'm hoping that I can just do this with the hot glue gun. Now, if you're paying attention, you probably see that I screwed that up because I didn't check to see if these were all facing, say, north up, you know. Because now when you put them down, you'll have to make sure that this is on this side and this is on that side, you know. Make sure that they're in the right spots. If they were all the same way, then it wouldn't matter where you put these because these just come off. They're just sitting there. So that might not even work. These magnets might be too strong. Yeah. So I might have to figure out a way. Hey, give me a minute. I'll be back. I'll figure this out. Okay, guys. Well, I got this figured out. So what I did is I took the hot glue gun, right, and I covered the magnets. So now that they're not touching each other, they're not as strong. So now it won't pull out of the foam, just like that. You know, nice and neat. I also rearranged them so that they're all facing the exact same way. It doesn't matter which way they are. So when you change out your filter, you put these back on because, like I said, these here, it just splits apart. I just got it wrapped around the edge. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these, throw some hot glue on these, put it down, and this will be good to go. Then we can move on to the next piece. So let's get that there. Yeah, I'm gonna let those cool down and I'll be back. Okay guys, so I've got the magnets glued down and everything's working pretty nicely. So you just punch them there. Away they go. Just like that. Okay? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring the bottom half over. Put that aside for a minute. Got the hot glue gun going again. Now, changed up a couple things, so I need to remark on the bottom here. The side piece, I'm going to glue that on. But I need 3.5 here, and I need 8, and that one's good. So that one, just that one that's out, 3.5 on this end as well, just so that when I glue things down, I know exactly where to put them. Okay, so we're going to start with the end piece first, one with the fans. Okay, so I'm just going to run a bead on here and glue it down. So just like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue everything together. I've got one that's going to go here. I got one that's going to go here. Then I got the other end piece over here and top piece. So I'll try to keep everything in view for you, but if I don't, sorry, but I'll try. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this up, and I got to trim a couple. I obviously miscut it somehow. It happens. So anyways, once I've got this all glued up, I'll be back and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay guys, sorry, I kind of forgot to turn the camera on, but I'm going to paint this up, and all I'm using is a black primer from Canadian Tire. You know, it adheres to pretty much anything and everything. I've got some paper on the floor so that, you know, the overspray stays off of there. I'm not too worried about the walls because, well, like I said before, once everything is built, you know, I've got an idea for the walls. So trying to keep it as nice as possible for now, but if I get some overspray on it, I get overspray on it. So this side, I'm not going to spray paint too much because that's going to be against the wall and the window. I'll never see it, so I don't care if anybody from outside sees it. The top and the other side are getting painted. I've painted the bottom lip, which catches the bottom of the counter, and I've already painted the top that hides the light from shining in my eyes, of course. So I'm going to give this a quick paint job, and then I'm going to hook it up to the wall, and I'll show you what that's going to do. So sit back and watch while I give this a quick coat of paint. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this dry, and which shouldn't take very long because this stuff dries pretty quickly. And then I'm going to hook it up, and we're going to test it out, see if it actually vacuums out all the fumes and paint and stuff, right? So give me a few minutes, and I'll be back. Okay, guys, sorry, camera died. Had to let it charge. But anyways, like I was saying, I'm going to take this here, this power pack, and I'm going to be tying it into these two wires right here. There's black and white, and there's ground in here as well. Now these wires are controlled by this switch. So basically, this power pack, I'm going to bolt it on the wall, and I'm going to run my wires into it. All right. Now, the reason I put a switch on the spray booth is that when I turn this on, it's going to turn the power pack on and send power to this, but I don't want that running all the time because this power pack, once I build a shelf here, I'm going to put LED lights in the bottom, and this power pack is actually going to run those LED lights off of this switch. So that'll be the next thing I'm going to be doing. So actually what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mount that power supply, hook up those wires. Then I'm going to take the hot glue gun, tidy up the wires in the back of the spray booth. Once I've got that done, I'm going to hook up the wiring on the paint booth to that power pack, and we'll be pretty much good to go. So stay tuned. I'll be back and I'll show you what everything looks like. Okay, guys. Well, I got this camera in quite the odd spot, which is leaving me basically 8 inches of space between the paint booth and the window to be able to work here one-handed, just for you guys. So what I got to do is I got to take these wires, the positive and the negative, right, and hook them up here. Now again, remember, make sure that your breakers are off, your switch is off, however you're going to do it, and don't touch the AC side. So find the appropriate spot. Hopefully the sound is okay because it's going to echo in the back here, but you know, I'm doing the best I can. So we'll loosen off the positive and the negative spot, like so. I guess I'm able to get a bit of a two-hand in here. Now, I'm gonna move the box a little closer. I'm gonna put the positive in. I really hope that's the positive spot. Guess we'll soon find out. It'll either work or it won't. Then we got negative. Okay, so I'm going to turn the switch on. You guys let me know if you see any smoke or, you know, sparks or something, because, well, I can't see back there. Okay, here it goes. Turn the switch on. Okay, so far so good. I have a green light. Now, I'm going to turn the switch on the paint booth, see if my light and my fan kicks in. And guess what? They don't. So, I guessed wrong. Positive and negative are in the wrong spot. So, we'll turn the switch off, both of them. And the reason I can't see is because the markings for the positive and negative are on the steel case up here. And well, I can't see upside down in this position, so at least with DC, nothing happens if it goes, you've got things backwards. It's only AC that causes the big problem. So we'll switch the negative over to, switch the negative over to this spot. Okay, negative in. Now let's put the positive in. So, like I said, this is a pretty tight spot. Alright, so there we go. Temp number 2. Hey, you guys watching? Switch is on. We're still good. We have a green light. Now the switch on the paint booth. Hey, we have fan, we have light. So let me move this into position and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, guys. So, like I said, we got our switch here. Power pack is back there. And once I have a shelf built here, right going right across over to right about there somewhere, give or take. I might have to move some of that stuff. Minor detail. But anyways, that power pack and this switch is going to control the LED lights that are going to be on or underneath that shelf for shining down here. All right. Okay. But when this switch is on and that light is on, that is also powering this, the paint booth, right? So of course, like you saw, I got my switch here, you know, I got the magnets all up on there, and well, there's the fans back there, and those blow through the window. So if I want, I open the window, right? Window's open. Now, oh, let's see, can you see this? Here we got LEDs up here, nice little strip, switch. Of course, that's hidden. Turn my switch on. I'm going to turn this light off. So basically, it's going to be, should be good enough for painting. I'm going to turn that off. It's actually not that loud considering, you know, and I can really feel the air moving. So we got that. Turn this one back on for you. So now we take our filter that I made. All right, see, it's got the magnets on it, the hot glue, and everything was lined up properly. So it doesn't matter which way I put this. All right, just take it right on the floor. Done, just like that. Now that's just to catch the overspray of paint, so it's not getting all over the fans, right? The fumes and stuff are just going to go outside, and yeah, we're good to go. So there you go. I might try to clean this up a little bit, but I mean, it's going to get overspray and stuff on it anyways. I want to order one of these turntable painting rack things that you see in other people using. Some of them have the helping hands on them and everything else. Others are just the flat turntable. I think that'll help. I may rig up something at some point in time, maybe just some hot glue and I don't know, some sort of wire or something hanging across, maybe cut up an old steel coat hanger so I can hang parts if I want. We'll see. This thing might get modified a little bit here and there as I figure out what exactly my needs are going to be. So there you go, guys. Cheap, simple, easy to build paint booth. We got computer fans. The most expensive part was the power pack, which come from Amazon. If I can find the link for it, which I think I can, I'll put that in the description for it. The air filter itself come from any type of hardware store, you know, big box store, anything like that. Walmart in Canada, Canadian Tire, Home Depot, Ace, Lowe's, like wherever you can find them. You can cut them up, make them your own style if you want. Obviously, if you wanted to, there is enough space back here that if you wanted to cut a slot here to slide in a full big one, you can modify it and design it the way you need it. This is more than good enough for me. It gives me enough working space right here. And over here, I'm going to have my air compressor sitting here for my airbrush. I want to build something for an airbrush holder. Haven't figured that out yet. That plug is not on the switch. It's just put there beside it for the air compressor. So there's power at that one all the time, along with that one, and there's one over there, along with the two that are underneath here. Other than that, that's it. Simple, you know. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Check me out on Instagram and my Facebook. Links will be in the description. If you have any comments of anything else you'd like to see me build, make sure to leave your comments down below. If you want to know any of the dimensions, please leave a comment. I'll try to pin up some dimensions if you want these dimensions, but you know, you build to what you need. I built this for the space I have and what I'm intending on using it for. The reason I went so big is because a lot of times I do build some small dioramas, which I could easily put in here and paint whatever I need to paint. So until then, later.